right now. Ship our stuff to us.
Are we done then? No.
What a blessing.
Okay. We're joined on the podium by Memphis head coach Penny Hardaway, and we'll start now. Coach, why don't you just give us a brief comment, and then we'll open it up.
Again, giving all the glory to God. To me, this entire season and postseason so far has been faith-based, and such a wonderful, wonderful season that we're having right now, and we understand why. We're a praying team. We're together. We play hard. These young men have given me everything that they've had all season, and we're being rewarded for our hard work. So, again, kudos to UAB. Tough game. Again, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. For us to pull that through is nothing short of amazing.
Thank you, Coach. Raise your hand, please, and we'll get a microphone to you. Please give us your name and affiliation right over here in the front.
Terry Davis, tri-state defender. Coach, in the season, the deja vu, you going back out to the West Coast where you got your first conference win against a team you beat to get your first NIT championship in the final round. How did this mean? It's almost like correcting a lot of things that didn't go right the first time to get it right the second time.
Yeah, Colorado State I've watched them this year. They're a well-oiled machine. They play hard. They're well-coached. We know what it's going to be like. Right now, we're celebrating the conference championship and getting a 5 seed. I thank the committee for respecting us and what our work that we put in this year, because we heard so many things. I'm so proud of this team to be going out and playing a really good Colorado State team.
Jeff Calkins from the Daily Memphian. Do you almost feel like, Penny, that they had to respect you given everything you did, including, I know today didn't probably matter to the seedings, but that they were left with no choice but to respect you given the stuff you'd accomplished?
Yeah, it's a great feeling because, again, I keep saying it, I know God is real. We heard so much 8, 9, as bad as 8 and 9, for the last month, and that's what kind of pushed us through, even though there was nothing we could do about it. But it does make you feel good to see the 5. That's respecting us a lot, and we put the work in, though. We earned it, and very happy to see that.
In the front right here on the left.
Hi, Roman Cleary, Bluff City Media. Penny, I don't know if shocked or surprised is the right word considering what you guys have done throughout the entire season, but were you caught a little bit off guard maybe by the 5 seed at all, considering all the talk that's been happening for the past month, as you just mentioned there?
Yeah, a part of me, I would say yes because of the talk that happened. But at the end of the day, if they're going to go by resumes, we have one of the best resumes in the country. And it's hard to win games on this level. And when you win games, whether it's non-conference or whether it's in the AAC, it's tough. And I'm just thankful for them respecting that.
On the right on the aisle over here.
Penny, if you can just reflect a little bit, sitting here now versus sitting here when you guys were leaving a year ago, what's the biggest difference for you as a coach, as a person, and the feeling?
I think growth as a coach, growth as a person. My faith, again, like I say, through the storm. There was a huge storm last year. Losing this game, the first round at the tournament, my mother having throat cancer and just really just going through it. To be here now, happy, winning the regular season and the conference championship, man, I feel blessed and grateful for this situation.
On the right in the back.
Hey, Penny, Robbie Listella, BleacherBrothers.com. What did you kind of see from Baraka tonight, and are you confident in his ability to lead the offense against Colorado State if needed?
I think, obviously, for Baraka, he's ready. He was ready for his moment. He never wavered from his work ethic, his attention to detail, being prepared. And when I called on him today, I knew he was going to be ready. He's a pure point guard. He knows how to run the show. He's one of the best on-ball defenders in the country. So he showed us today with the minutes and opportunities what he was made of, and I'm super proud of him.
Dain, we were in the room with you guys when you found out you were going to be the 5 seed. But before that, I saw you kind of shrugging a couple of times and, kind of slouching or whatever when, for example, Ole Miss got a 6 seed and other teams that you had maybe beaten or had better resumes but then or whatever, they came across the ticker. And you were maybe assuming you were going to get maybe shafted there at one point or another. So how satisfying was it for you to see Memphis come across the 5 seed line there after all that?
Man, it was a good feeling. Just with all the talk about the seeds these past couple weeks, it was just a good feeling for us and the team to know that we in a good spot for the tournament.
Go ahead, front row on the left.
Jonah Dillon, Commercial Appeal. Penny, we saw Tyrese on the bench today coaching. He was up, like we saw him standing up doing that. What was that like, the kind of adjustment to have him in that role?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it hurt me to see him go through that. You know, we understand that injuries happen in sports, but he's a leader, and that's what you saw today. Even coming back out on the court in a boot, when we were in danger of losing that game yesterday, he came back out and used his voice with the guys and was still a leader. You know, we don't know what his future is going to hold for the rest of this year, but we do know he's with us 100%, and he has these guys back, and he can lead from the bench as well, and that's what he's been doing.
In front right here.
For PJ and Moussa, describe your emotions of going through this season, being a two-time champion for both PJ and Moussa.
For me, I would say like it's a blessing for real, cause like after everything I've been through, going through a lot of colleges, and then come back where I started, I already won NIT right here, but that was enough, and then come out and win twice. That's a blessing, so I'm really grateful for everything God gave. Yeah, I want to say it's a blessing from God. I mean, we've been through a lot this whole year with each other, grinding it out, just been through a lot. And for us to come through and achieve what we always wanted to achieve back in the summer means a lot.
All right, on the far right over here.
Moussa, two things, if I could. The first one might be awkward because he's sitting right there, but you've played for him twice now. What's the biggest difference that you see in Penny now compared to first Penny? And then secondly, personal satisfaction for you to be able to have such a big part in this weekend.
I mean, I would say the difference is like I was young, and then he was like letting certain things slide because I was young. But now, like I'm really adult, and then he hold me at a high standard, so I gotta match that. So I would say that's the difference. And then he really coaching everybody like the same, and then he give us like what's it called, an energy. So that's probably the difference.
In the back on the right.
Hey, my question's for PJ. You've been a part of a team where the city really isn't about that team. It's not the number one focus. Now in Memphis, I think that Tigers team is like tops in the city. Is there any pressure to that, or is it kind of support that you need from when the city's like that?
Nah, I say it's a lot of support. I mean, as y'all can see, we had the most fans out of every team. I mean, that means a lot all the way coming from Memphis. But yeah, it's a lot of support. I mean, I love the fans. They love me back. So at the end of the day, we do it for the team and we do it for the fans.
Chuck, we have anybody on Zoom?
We do. We can start with Stephen Hawkins from Associated Press, please.
Hey, Penny, you were asked a minute ago about how the feeling is different this year. One of the things I wanted to ask, you got recognized unanimously by your peers earlier this week as Coach of the Year. You had to work through some injuries in this tournament, and you got the results. What does that do for you about the recognition and then the job you've been able to, the results you've been able to have by what you've done this week?
I pretty much owe it all to my staff. You know, I have an unbelievable staff of guys that help support me. Can't do anything alone. They're my backbone. They keep me locked in, and wherever I'm weak, they're strong. Iron sharpens iron. So I can't take the credit for all of this. Obviously, it's God first, and then secondly, my staff has been phenomenal. From Daryl Turner, the trainer, is keeping these guys healthy, and just the entire everybody. Todd Forcier, the strength and conditioning coach, getting those guys weights and getting them stressed out. It's just a full effort from everybody, the managers, the GAs. So for me this week, to try to keep everything together, it was all of us together to get this done.
What did it mean to get recognized, though, unanimously by your peers in this conference, that they said you did the best coaching job in this conference this year?
Yeah, that's unbelievable when your peers give you the nod. And a lot of those coaches texted me, which made me feel really good because I've kind of paid my dues in this league. This is my 7th year. I've learned a lot of stuff. I love this league. It doesn't get the respect that it deserves. So hopefully we'll represent this conference in a great fashion. But it's amazing to be, honored by your peers, and I'm definitely proud of that as well.
We'll go next to Dan Tortora, please.
Penny, for you, last season, putting together the team that you were putting together, I know you said this season going into it that you made some changes, looking for more than just sheer league talent and bringing in the character, bringing in the right guys for the program. Just what it's like to be in this moment with those guys after all the adversity from last year, and just what it means to you to do it with them.
Yeah, it means a lot. And character was the number one thing. All these young men are purely good human beings. You know, they really care. They have a care factor, and that's what I really wanted for our city and for our university. Not just be transactional and come in for 9 months to get an NIL check and not care about the city or the name on the front. And we really targeted these young men. They responded to the bell every time. They showed that they really cared. We never lost 2 games in a row. It was, you know, right back to where we needed to be every time we lost. And the leadership on this podium is what really carried us through all season.
And to the leadership at the podium right now, to each of the student athletes, what it's been like to be on this road together and to now know that you have a 5 seed and an opportunity to make sure that this season doesn't end for a while.
How do y'all feel to know that y'all got the 5 seed? He wanted all y'all to answer.
All right, nah, I mean, being a 5 seed, it's amazing. I mean, I seen like co-prediction, they had us 8, 9, but for us to be 5, all the hard work you put in to get there, I mean, it means a lot. But yeah, but job not finished, though. So,
He wanted all y'all to answer.
Definitely a good feeling for sure. You know, we can't take the seeding for granted at all. You know, it's going to be a fight regardless. So we can't look at this game as just an easy game. You know, every game's going to be hard. So.
He wants you to answer, John.
Like Dan said, like we don't take it for granted. Like it is a great feeling for me. Like this is my first year on the tournament, so I'm gonna give everything that I got because I'm not gonna take it for granted. So yeah, I'm really happy about it.
Thank you, gentlemen. God bless and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got a question right here on the aisle.
Just for Penny again, there were a lot who said that this championship game didn't matter that much because the seeding was set, et cetera. You obviously didn't coach like that, and they didn't play like that. Can you address that a little bit, how much it meant?
Yeah, I kind of, you know, we're winners. You know, we want to keep that winning edge and start the tradition going again of Memphis being associated with winning, not just Memphis University or University of Memphis, just winners, you know, when you think about us. And it was personal for us to come in and handle our second goal, which was to win the conference championship. We don't want to leave anything on the table that we have an opportunity to win. We'll never, as long as I'm the coach here, we'll never look at a tournament as just something to do just to get to the next thing. It will always be the focus of understanding that you respect everything, but you go hard and you try to win everything. And that's what they gave me today. We wanted it for our city, for our university, and for ourselves. And it's a great feeling to have done so.
In the back.
Griffin Demaray, WMC. Dain, this one's for you. 3rd time playing Yaxel, and seemed in the second half you really had your way. Tell me about kind of that matchup, and a couple times you hit him with the little too small.
Yeah, definitely a good matchup for sure. Like I said, the very first time, he's a good player. But I'm gonna give him all every single game. You know, it's this whole tournament. It's not just about him. You know, I'm gonna give him all every single game. So.
We got time for one more question up front here.
Partha Upadhyay for the Daily Memphian. Penny, for you, what is it? What did it take for you to get the guys to believe? I mean, you had 9 players available today. You know, 2 of them, one was a true freshman, one was a walk-on. Like 4 months ago, they had played I think 90 combined minutes. How do you, if you believe, how do you get them to have that same belief?
Again, it's faith-based, to be very honest with you. I know I keep saying that. We just understand that we're together, we're united, we are as one. And again, it speaks to the character of all the young men. They want to win. And even Jared and Dink, Demarion Yates, those guys, they want to stay ready to be available for us to win. And we were shorthanded today, but we never wavered or had a threat or felt like we couldn't win the game. We knew the next man up because 1 through 13 work is hard. They all work hard. It's not like we just favor PJ or Dain or Moussa. We're pushing Dink and we're pushing Jared. We're pushing PJ Carter. We're pushing all these guys because anything can happen in the game. So again, it just speaks to the character of these young men on how they really care about the city and how they care about one another. They're going to play hard no matter
kind of how does what y'all overcame today to win by 12, to beat a good UAB team by 12 in this title game, how does that kind of only increase your faith about what you can do in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, we're confident in who we are. We knew that UAB game was going to be really tough because they are a really good team. They're a tournament team. And it's the third day in a row. I played these guys a ton of minutes. It was just that willpower today to come out and just fight as hard as they could. And we got the victory. So at the end of the day, we give all the credit to God, and then we just continue to take what we have in our abilities and go and just fight.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, players. Thanks also to your SID, Kirk Downs.